Now, I was really intrigued by that because somebody had asked me a question about demons the other day.
Yes.
And I did a little word study on demons in the Old Testament and found that there are only a few places in the Old Testament where the word is even, or where a word is translated into English as demon, I should say. And Leviticus 17, there's a reference there where Moses is told that the people should quit sacrificing to, and the Hebrew seems to say goat demons.
Yeah.
Which again refers to Azazel, who is presented as a goat demon by some, but certainly the god Pan could be considered a goat demon.
And Baphomet, which is then you get into all the secret societies at that point.
Right. And so this all ties together again around Mount Hermon and the Grotto of Pan and the gates of hell. So all of this, how much of that are you weaving into the 72 episode story arc of Seed?
Oh, I'm weaving just about everything you can imagine into this. It's funny. We talked about this the other day, just briefly in email. I saw that you had a thing on Count Germain.
Saint Germain, yeah.
Yeah, Saint Germain.
Right.
And we had a little dialogue about his connections possibly to Ahasuerus, which has been known as the wandering Jew, cursed to wander the earth.
Right.
Christ returns. Literally everything that I've studied and researched my whole life is kind of dovetailing into this story. And that's one of the characters for sure. And I mean, he's an interesting character. It shows up in real life history, actually. Count Germain, Saint Germain, even to the point of some people believe that he was present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So
that's right. Yeah, I heard Chris Pinto describe that in an interview with Dr. Future several months ago. Yeah. Kind of a mysterious character who just showed up at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And yes, New Agers believe that was Count Saint Germain.
Yeah, he shows up. There's a lot of writings in France and Europe, et cetera, where royalty would meet this guy, at a certain time, and then like 30, 40 years later, they'd meet him again at some kind of, royal setting or whatever, and he hadn't aged a bit. Everybody else is, 30, 40 years older.
Mm-hmm.
So he was known as the man who never ages and stuff. And I'd done a lot of research in the late 90s, early part 2000 regarding people who have legends of being immortal. And so a lot of these kind of things are going to find their way in there. There's people who are out there that study this stuff are going to freak out, when they start seeing what I'm going to do with it. And then real-life characters like Nicholas Roerich and I don't know if you're familiar with him and that little box that he presented to Vice President Henry Wallace.
Yeah, he was sort of the guru to the Vice President of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Henry Wallace. Yeah.
Yes. He had a box that was presented to people or whatever, and there's a lot of mystery surrounding this box. I had some interesting conversations with Tom Horn about it and whatever possible connections it might have with Nimrod. And I'm not going to say too much about that because I don't want to give a lot of things away, but there's going to be a lot of intriguing things. Just like I said earlier, just like Lost, and everyone's wondering what's the foot of the statue there. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the
right? Yeah.
There's all these cool things that are, you can do the Googling, do the researching, and find out, wow, there's basis and truth here, and so I'm going to be putting a lot of that kind of stuff in there.